I don't want to celebrate how good this looks yet. I'm gonna wait till this one gets on. I don't want to jinx myself, you know? What is up, you guys? It is your favorite angel, the Melanin Angel, and today we are here with a makeup tutorial. But this makeup tutorial is purposed for my beginners, my baby queens in makeup, okay? I'm going to teach you guys how to get a flawless foundation, basic simple things, so that when you start to upgrade, you know, when you add colors on your eyes and different color lipsticks, you have a solid clean foundation to add that upon. So I'm going to go over some basic products such as concealer, baking powder, why we use baking powder, and those things. Also, to make this video a little more interesting, I am introducing some hot topics, some questions I have that I usually ask my peers or even ask my family, and I want to know what you guys think as well. So I think one of them is related to relationships and blocking people on social media. You know, very hot, sizzling topics. I would love to get you guys' opinions down in the comments section, and I'll be telling you guys what I think as well. So I get to know you, you get to know me, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, queens, so the first thing we're gonna do is start off with clean and moisturized skin. This is my skin. As you can see, I have some hyperpigmentation. I dealt a lot with acne as a teen and in my preteens, but at this point I learned how to control it and the best products to use for me. If you guys want to know those products, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will definitely let you know. Now that we have our clean and moisturized skin, we're going to go in with e.l.f.'s Poreless Putty Primer. Funny thing is, I was not a girl who used primer at first. I just put on foundation, but the day I used this was the last day I didn't use this. Okay, this gives you the appearance of having very little pores or no pores at all. It makes your foundation go on nice and smooth, gives you that seamless look when it comes to your foundation. So what you want to do is get a good amount of the putty primer, but you do not need a lot of it whatsoever. I like to take about this much, I don't know if y'all can see because it's on my finger, and put it on 4 main parts of my face, which is on my cheeks, on my forehead, on my nose, right there in that area. And honestly, this is more than enough. So now that we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and do our eyebrows. I use 2 different pencils. I use a dark brown and I use a black. They're both beauty supply store pencils. This is by Ruby Kiss, and I do not know who this is by. It was actually a friend's that I never gave back. Now with your eyebrow pencil, you want to make sure, if it does not come with one, that you have a spoolie at the end. This brush thing right here, you can tell the girls who do not use a spoolie and the ones that do. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second. So first thing you're gonna do when you do your eyebrows, do not start going ham right here. Just don't do that. We're actually going to start right here in the middle, darken this up, and just fill this part in first, from the middle to the end. It's okay if it gets kind of thick because we're going to outline it with concealer. Now that you look a little crazy like this, we're going to take that spoolie I was talking about, the little brush right here, yeah, and brush it out. So now we're going to take our pencil again, use the pencil part, line it up with your nose, and make a line directly down. Not harsh at all, but just so you can see, these 2 lines are where your eyebrows should stop. They should stop right here. Okay, or wherever the lines are on your forehead. And then we're just going to brush out that line so it looks like it's part of your eyebrows. This is another time that brushing your eyebrows is beneficial, because not only did the brush evenly distribute the product within your brows, but it's just enough product to blend in that line that we made with your brows that started around this point, or that started further back. And those are pretty much your brows. That's pretty much it as far as filling in. Next, just to be a little extra, I take my black pencil and make my arch darker. This is something you do not have to do, but it definitely is optional. And the reason I just don't use the black pencil the whole time, because it makes my face look really harsh. So I use the dark brown pencil and then just blend in the black. Next, we're going to take some concealer, another staple, budget friendly. You can get it from your beauty supply store. The LA Pro Girl concealer. Mine is in the shade Beautiful Bronze. When it comes to picking your concealer, you can either go very close to your skin tone like I do, because I don't want that much of the highlighted look on my eyebrows. I prefer the natural look. But if you want to do the highlighted look, you want to go about 2-3 shades lighter than your actual complexion. Now, to get a more precise lining when you outline your eyebrows, instead of using the brush that comes on your concealer, you can use just a flat, straight brush like this one. All the brushes that I have come from BH Cosmetics. I believe this is their Rose Quartz collection. I will forever vouch for BH Cosmetics, okay? Because their brushes, they're budget friendly and they're actually quality brushes. So when it comes to outlining your brows, you want to get as close to your brows as possible, but obviously do not put the concealer on your actual eyebrows. Now, while I do my other eye, I got my first question. My first little hot topic question, you know what I'm saying? Not really controversial. Controversial? Y'all know what word I'm talking about, okay? But my first hot topic question, and that is, so if you have a falling out with somebody, right? And y'all follow each other on social media, do you block that person? Or do you just let them be? Because, you know, I've seen 1,000 breakups on the Shade Room, and the one way they tell that people have broken up is that they unfollow each other or they block each other on each other's social media. So I want to know, do y'all block people or do y'all let them be? My personal opinion on it:
3, 2, 1.
I'd rather not block them and let them see the elevation. Let them see the progress when I drop dead weight. You know? That's just my take on it. Down in the comments section, definitely let me know what y'all take is. But I do feel like in some situations, if you really don't want to see that person, because it's also like you're not seeing their posts and then they can't see yours. So like if I really just don't want to see your face at all, then I'm gonna block you. But other than that, I'd rather let them see my progress more than me not seeing their face, you know? Because it no longer affects me, or like they are no longer a factor important enough to cause me to have an emotion. I feel like that came across really, really mean. But I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, down in the comments section, definitely let me know what y'all think. Y'all can agree, disagree with me, with each other. I just want to start a good old conversation, okay? But as always, keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now with our eyebrows done, we got our two cousins up here. You know, they chilling, they clean, they natural looking ish. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna go in with color correcting. Now, color correcting is not a specific product. There is no color correcting product. It's just concealer. For my melanin girls out there, our color correcting shade would be orange. This is also by LA Girl in the shade Orange Corrector. And what you're gonna do with color corrector is the points where you have hyperpigmentation, so the points on your face where it is darker than the rest of your face, you're gonna dab a little bit of this orange concealer in those spots. And what we're gonna do is blend it out. Now, as you can see, I'm not using a lot whatsoever because this is orange. So if you use too much, it will show through your foundation, and that is not what we want. So that's all I'm going to use for right now. I'm going to go ahead and blend this out right here in the spots where it obviously is still dark. If you guys have any remedies for hyperpigmentation. If you've had it and you've gotten rid of it, feel free to let a sister know what you used. You know, I would love to know what you guys use to get rid of yours. Kind of forgot to record the transition into getting my foundation, but all I did was take the one that you see here by Makeup Forever, squeeze some onto my brush, dab it on my face, and I'm just blending it in. Also, after this little snippet, I am getting to another hot topic question, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, I got my next question. This one is a little weird, but it's not too weird. I just want to know if I'm the only person that thinks like this. So, I've got some cute friends, right? They're cute. And sometimes I think about what they would look like old. Like, you ever had friends or people that weren't your friends, and you're like, oh, they're cute now, you know? But in the back of your head, you're like, when they hit like 40, or like when their looks like really mature, they're gonna be fine. Like, fine. Am I the only person that thinks like that? Or the only person that ever thought of that? I feel like I'm not. So if y'all could go ahead and go to the comment section and let me know I'm not alone, you know, just go ahead and let me know. Now, for example, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, Michael B. Jordan is cute. He's fine even, right? But he's not like seasoned fine. You know, like his fine, it hasn't gotten to the seasoned, the real mature part yet. I think he just turned like 35 today. And like I said, he's fine, he's cute. I'm not taking that away. But he's not seasoned fine yet. Seasoned fine would be Idris Elba. That's seasoned fine. Yeah, all day, every day, seasoned fine. Shamar Moore. That's a seasoned fine right there, you know? But they got some age on them, and their looks just really kicking, you know? But yeah, because like I said, I got some friends, they're cute. I would even say a couple are fine. But I'm just like, bruh, if they keep themselves up, you know, healthy and all, when they hit like 40, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. So, as you've seen, next we're going to take the same concealer we put around our eyebrows and put them under our eye. Or if you want a brighter concealer, a brighter highlight under your eye, you can go about 3 shades lighter. 4 if you just want to be screaming. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I personally like to use a close to the same concealer shade as my skin, because we're going to bake it or set it with baking powder. So I'm just going to take it and put it right here, like next to the nose and out that much, and then take it out here. A little too much on this side, but it's all okay. Now we're going to take our beauty blender, and I forgot to, you know, rinse mine under the sink. So I'm going to spray it with some water. Get it damp, but not soaking wet. But definitely damp. And we're going to go ahead and blend this out. If I make faces while doing this, it is because I'm trying to stretch my face downward. So don't judge. Don't do that. And we're going to carry it up and down a little bit. We want this application to be seamless. If it looks like I'm hurting my eye, I'm not. I'm just making sure I get in my creases. Also, take that same concealer, make a line down the middle of your nose, right here on your chin, and coming out of your forehead. These are all highlight points, so that when light hits your face, the points that you highlight will obviously be the points that stick out more, thus giving your face a slimmer appearance, because we're just highlighting those high points. Now we're going to go ahead with baking powder. This is from Revolution. This is the Luxury Banana Baking Powder. Now a lot of baking powders, like the Air Spun, I think from Walmart, just come in white. For my melanin chocolate queens, I suggest getting a yellow tone baking powder. It takes away the fear of, what's it called, white cast. Is it called white cast? Flashback. There we go. The flashback. I call it white cast because when people take pictures and they use the white baking powder, us melanin girls, you can see like this white ashy cast in the spots that we've used that baking powder at. So I recommend definitely getting a yellow baking powder. A lot of times it's called a banana baking powder because it is yellow and not the traditional white. As you saw, I sprayed my beauty blender again before I put on the baking powder. This is what makes the baking powder like waterproof, is to actually add a little water in it. And my nails keep getting dirty, but it's okay. It's okay. And what we're gonna do, I just shook some of the baking powder in the cap, press my beauty blender into it, and then I'm going to just press the powder right where I put the concealer. This sets your concealer and keeps it from moving in a way, but honestly it's not going to move. But this just sets it. And this is why I don't use a super light concealer, because the baking powder also adds lightness to where you put the concealer. So if you use the concealer that's like 4 or 5 shades lighter than you, and then you use the baking powder on top of that, you're gonna come out looking a lot lighter than you anticipated. Also, with this nose that I have, that is adorable, right? I don't contour my nose just because I've tried in the past and I don't really like the way it look. Plus, my nose tends to get oily once I've had makeup on for a couple hours. So I just powder all across my nose. Now, because this is a beginner tutorial, we're not even going to do our eyes, honestly. We're going to take some of the same baking powder, just a little bit, and put it on our eyelids. Now that our highlight and baking is done, we're going to go ahead and add some depth to our faces. I'm going to use the Black Radiance True Complexion contouring palette in the shade medium to dark, and a brush that, I don't know how to describe this kind of shape. It's straight, but it's really dense at the same time. It doesn't fan out. As you can see, it looks like this. Now that our contour is done, very much giving cut, very much giving needs to be blended out. Okay, there are 3 blushes I recommend for my beginners. The CoulourPop Super Shock blush. This is really strong. It gives a beautiful sheen. This is definitely the bomb. This Ardell Blush Me Harder. I cannot find this online and I'm so upset because I love this blush. Reason being, it's a mix of 2 different shades. So it's like the light pink and the dark pink, and it has a shimmer. I'm gonna have to savor this one. I got it at Sally's that was going out of business, so I gotta do some real digging to get that blush again. For this tutorial's sake, I'm going to use the CoulourPop blush, and we're just going to literally just dab your blush brush in this. I do not recommend swiping because this is very, very strong. And we're going to go ahead, dab it on our cheeks, and then blend it in with our contour. But stay on the apples of your cheeks. The blush adds color back into your face as well as blends out your contour. That is why we use blush over here, okay? Okay guys, so honestly at this point you can stop here. If you really want to go for that natural look, you can just put on lashes or mascara, lip gloss, and call it a day. But y'all know how I like glow and sparkle and all that stuff. So we're just gonna put on just a little bit of highlight, you know, just something slight, something real slight. While I put this on, all we're gonna do is take a nice fluffy brush, put it in the highlighting powder, and we're just gonna do this, just a nice little highlight. And while I'm doing this, I have another question. This is gonna be the last question of the video. So we've talked about falling out with somebody. We talked about being fine and seasoned fine. Last question is, do you live with regrets or do you live with lessons? See, because I'm the kind of person where I don't like to say I live with regrets, because I feel like even things I wish would have not happened or things that went wrong, I still learned the lesson in that unfortunate circumstance or situation. So, but then I know some people that do definitely say that they have regrets. So I want to know, do you guys live with regrets or do you live with lessons? Just out of curiosity, Also, as you've seen, I put highlight here on my chin. The same points we highlighted with concealer, you want to put actual highlighting powder as well, just to emphasize even more. So I put highlight powder right here, on my nose, in the middle, on my chin, and right under my eyebrow. The points that are highlighted when light hits your face. Sometimes I can go OD with the highlighter. A lot of girls do, it's okay. Just don't walk around looking like a trophy. I mean, walk around looking like a trophy. Definitely do that. I mean, just don't walk around looking like, I don't know, an overly glossed trophy, I guess. Yeah, but walk around looking like a trophy, sis. Okay, that's what we're here to do. Had to take that back real quick, cuz. So once you feel like you've highlighted, at this point, you're honestly done. All you have to do is put on, like I said, mascara or lashes and some lipstick or lip gloss, whichever floats your boat. Now at this point, we're done. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna put on some earrings and some lip gloss and get to this outro. So queens, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you learned something. For my beginners, please remember that practice makes perfect, okay? And even with makeup, it still sometimes isn't perfect because you never know what might go wrong, or one day a product want to act up, you know, but just practice, okay? You will learn how to maneuver around the problems that you have and become a queen, become a pro, become a walking trophy hunt like you already are. And that's on period. To my pros, I hope you got some great refreshers. Also, thank you everybody for participating in the discussion in the hot topics down below. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking, what your opinions are, and it's a way for y'all to get to know me as well. As always, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. Please do not forget to socially distance, wear a mask, and wash your hands because we are still in a pandemic, but there's a vaccine now, so do with that as you please. It is your favorite angel, the Melanin Angel, signing out. I will see you guys later.